So this month's recipe is Fond du Lac soup. It's basically chicken noodle soup with full ash drumsticks in it. I learned about this recipe when I worked up north in Fond du Lac, Saskatchewan, which is a little remote, fly-in, ice road only kind of First Nation community. Great little place, loved working up there. So the ingredients that you'll need for this are chicken drumsticks, as many as you like. I mean, we're cooking for a family, so we got probably a dozen or so in there. You need some potatoes, some celery and carrots, spaghetti, and we're going to cheat and use chicken stock tonight. So we'll get this all prepped up and we'll show you the steps. Okay, so we got our chicken in our Dutch oven pot. We're going to add our chicken stock here now. So we have about a liter in there. I'm going to top it off with some water just so we have a little bit more liquid for our soup.
Open the cardboard board. Let's go over it. Taking some above my head. Let's put them on the cardboard for now.
So that's about 2 liters of liquid. I'm going to turn this on to about medium heat. And we're just going to let this simmer away for probably an hour until those chicken legs are fully cooked. We're also going to add a little bit of parsley and a little bit of dill into it right now. And we're going to let that all cook and flavorize together. If the stock is a little weak in an hour when the chicken's cooked, before we add our vegetables and stuff, we will put some chicken bouillon in just to bring the flavor up a little. Hey guys, Cross-Stick Predator Trapper here. We're in the shed today, just working on some traps, testing pan tensions, making sure pans are level, making sure there's no other damages such as twisted pan or a broke spring or anything like that. Make sure the chains are good, make sure our J-hooks are closed, and just kind of get them ready for dipping and dyeing, which we'll do later on. I don't have any new traps as of right now. These are all traps I've used in the past years, so they've all got, you know, 1 or 2 coats of dye on them, and we're probably only going to dye anything that is got a lot of rust on it. There are some that got pretty rusty over the winter, so they will get dyed again this year after we clean them up. But yeah, we're just kind of running through here right now, test pan tensions and stuff, and we'll show you what we're doing with that. So here we go. We're at 2 pounds on that one. So we got to tighten this one up a little bit, and then we'll try that again. Alright, so here we'll test it again. We're 2, 2.5, 3, 4. So obviously I went too much on there. So we just got to fix that up, turn it off, turn it back a little bit, and we'll try again. Okay, so we're down 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Still too tight. But what else I'm noticing is that dog's not coming all the way out. So that will need a little bit of a filing just to clean up some of that dye that's on there. We'll just give her another go. We're at 2, 3, just over 3. So that is where I'm going to leave that one. That is pretty decent. The reason we had to clean up and file the dog so much on this one was this trap didn't get set last year. It did get dipped. And I think there was a buildup of the dye in the dog. And so we just had to clean that out a little bit better. And it's firing good now. So we'll do one more here on video maybe. And then we'll move on. Alright, so here we have a MB550 padded jaw trap, 4-coiled. This is the main trap, probably my favorite trap to use. They're built like a tank. They hold coyotes very well. And as you can see, this one's got more rust on it. It was out in the field last year. It did catch coyotes. You can actually see a little bit of the fur that was maybe left on these here pads. But that's not fur from the coyote struggling and fighting the trap. It was a sick coyote that we had. And he had mites and mange, so I think his hair was falling out just kind of as it was. So that was a good coyote to remove from the population. He's just going to get the other one sick. So we're going to have a peek-see and see where this one tests at. So as you can see, well, it's not that clear in the camera, but we're going right in the center of the pan. And you just come down 2, 3, 3.5, we're at 4. So just before 4 pounds of pressure on that one. We might give this one a little bit of a file. Just maybe basically show it the file. We don't want to come down very much at all. And with these ones, they are very finicky because you are filing the very tip of that notch right there. You're just putting a very slight edge right where my fingernail is. That's also the night latch on here, so you gotta take your time and go easy that you don't cut that right off. Otherwise you gotta take your file and cut that back in. So that's that. So there's our finished product. We've got potatoes in there, carrots, celery, noodles. It's a very filling soup, especially if you kind of mash up the potatoes in there. The first time I was served it, I'd worked outside all day in about -40. And I was looking for something a little heartier than soup. But after about a bowl and a half of this soup here, I was full and warm. So it is definitely a good filling soup for cold days. Definitely a recipe to keep kind of in mind when you're out trapping in the cold.
Yeah.
Quick and easy, and it's a filling meal.